Okay, so we're recording. So, hi.
Hi.
We are going to talk tonight about the 3 vital behaviors because I feel like it's something that we so loosely do, but if you're they're so simple and so easy to do, but they're so simple and easy not to do. So talk about how to make them part of your daily doing this business. You know, that 30 minutes, if you did these 3 vital behaviors every day in a 30-minute, time span, how that leads up to success. Quick thing with like some announcements. The Success Club trip registration starts tomorrow. So that is down in the Dominican Republic. It's really cool. There's 2 times you can choose from. You can choose from the Teal Wave, which is what I would be going for, or the Coral Wave. So this one happens over a week. This one happens over a weekend. And it's in 2017. So you don't know what you're going to be doing a year from now. But you can earn the trip for free. So it's a $300 deposit. That part you can't earn. But every Success Club point counts for $10 towards it. So if you hit Success Club 10 every month, that would be paid for. Or if you hit everything that you have in January, they double it. So if you hit Success Club 10 in January, they actually double it from, instead of being $100 towards your trip, it's $200. So if you hit a lot of Success Club points this month where 21 Day Fix is on sale, and there's still plenty of time, if you were inviting like all out right now for the next 5 days to hit a really big success club thing, that you could get a lot of it paid for in this month. So it's something to think about. I'm trying to sign up. We don't have no idea where we're going to be in a year and a half, but if you can earn it for free, why not? So Cafe Latte is out now. Mine is on its way here. I changed it like a few days after it became available. So I will be getting it soon. So I can't wait to try it and see what it's like. And then the Power of Threes challenge is what we're doing this month. Really doing our Power of Threes, which is that form that I put up there. You can fill it out as you go, but it's really just trying to get it filled out so that at the end of the month, whoever has the most filled out gets a big prize. It's a secret. I don't know what the prize is yet. It's a secret to me too.
You just want us to post that right on the page, or
yep, you can post it every week. Like put your picture of it up there on there. Is what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it'd be easier to do it that way, like every Friday or Saturday.
Okay.
These are the challenge packs on right now. So you can get Hammer and Chisel with Shakeology, or you can get Hammer and Chisel with the Performance line. So that's something to think about if you know somebody who maybe they didn't really like Shakeology, or they already have a bunch of Shakeology right now, but they want to get Hammer and Chisel. Their husband or they might want to try the Performance line, which I do both of those right now. I do Shakeology each day for breakfast, but I'm doing the Performance line with my workouts.
What do you get? Like, it's the Energize and the Focus together, or you pick 2 of what you want, or how does that work?
It's the Energized, the post-workout, and the creatine, I believe, is what's in this one.
Oh, you get all 3 of those?
But the full Performance line is pre-workout, during workout, post-workout, which is the protein and the creatine. You want to do that post-workout, and then the recover at night.
Oh,
it's
okay.
5 products. The entire Performance line is 5 products.
Okay. But if you do it in the pack, you get 3.
Right.
Okay.
Nighttime recovery is amazing. Like,
do you mix the creatine in with the post-workout, or do you do them separate?
I do it together because you're supposed to do it with a high carb. It goes better if it's with a high carb drink. So it's not good to just mix it just with water. You can do it that way, but it gets used a little more efficiently in your muscles if you do it with a high carb beverage. So if you put it in the protein, or put it in a fruit juice, or put it in something like that. I'm doing it because I want to try to put on some muscle. I want to try to put on some mass. So, but I wouldn't suggest the normal person who's doing a program for toning and do creatine. It's not. Yeah. It's more for a Hammer and Chisel or a Body Beast or a 21 Day Fix Extreme. Like, it's more for the more intense.
Gotcha.
Then 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme, you can get it with the program and Shakeology, and then you can add the 3-day refresh. That's the kickstart one. Then the 3-day refresh is the 141. And I always remind Beachbody On Demand is 142. So Beachbody On Demand is a 140 challenge pack, If people are not sure what program they want, that is always the direction I send them.
Is it always 140?
Always.
Okay.
Yep. Always. Okay. So this is what we're going to talk about tonight, the 3 vital behaviors. And so the 3 vital behaviors for Beachbody are invite, be a product of the product, and personal development. And really, all 3 of those are going to make you successful, not just with this company, but even as with any life goals and just as a person. So you're inviting. Inviting is inviting to your challenge groups, inviting to your fitness page, or inviting like your personal page, like friend requesting people. That's inviting. So friend request people. To the coaching opportunity. So inviting people to be a coach. Like if you don't invite your challengers who are really good and having great time to be a coach, like you might be taking them out of an opportunity that you didn't know that they wanted. Then, so you're inviting people not just to your challenge groups, like you're inviting by being on Facebook and all that stuff, being a product of the product. You are using these products. I did not ever recommend Focus Energy until I tried it. Power Greens and Digestive Health, I've researched the ingredients. I see the benefit of both of them. I'm not real big about pushing them because I don't use them right now. Like I just haven't used them consistently. Now, when people ask me for a specific reason, would you use this? Yes. So you need to try the different products, because if you don't know that the Energize makes your fingertips tingle a little bit, then you might not know to tell people. Like if they're like, oh my God, I'm tingling all over. Well, they probably took too much.
Yeah.
Tingling
I haven't had that issue, but I'm addicted to caffeine. So
my fingertips, it's just my fingertips. And it's just like the first couple minutes when my blood starts like flowing,
right. It makes me sweat more.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like I can be like sitting on the couch and I'll start sweating.
Yep. Caffeine.
And my husband's the same way. Like he's like, this stuff makes me like on fire, but he like it's a good on fire,
But like, I mean, and you can't really push a program unless you've tried at least one workout or you've kind of watched it or whatever. That's why I like on demand for us, because if we're going to recommend a certain workout, it'd be good to at least try one of the workouts or watch it so you know what it's like. Do the programs, do the meal plans. If you're going to preach, you need to practice what you preach. Like don't tell someone else 21 Day Fix is a great meal plan, you should follow it, if you can't do it. If you can't do it, how you tell them it's so easy, and simple. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's simple. Personal development, and Laura's going to talk about this, but it's really about you. Personal development needs to be what you need to personally get better at. Like if it's parenting skills, you're reading parenting books. If it's business skills, you're reading business books. If it's time management, read time management. If it's Beachbody, you want to learn about it, get on YouTube and look at the Beachbody stuff. Like do what you need to work on. Like what skill do you need to work on and do that. So inviting, I kind of did like, I thought this was funny, like invites, this is what I do now in the yes column. The no column is like what I word vomited on people right when I started, because I did a lot of that. So things to do, like when you're inviting people, you're not just saying, hey, I have a challenge group starting next week. Do you want to join? They don't know what a challenge group is. Like that's our word for it. They have no idea what that is. So don't just cold clock invite them unless you've seen something on their page about wanting to lose weight or trying to run a 5K or whatever. Then you can reach out to them and be like, hey, I saw you were doing this. I would love if you joined and had the accountability of it. You need to know the person you're inviting. You don't reach out to people in other health and fitness marketing, multi-level marketing companies and try to sell them our product. They already have a product. Like I have people all the time reaching out to me from Texas, from Advocare, from whatever. And I'm like, I'm your competitor technically. So look at their Facebook. Like before I invite my 3 people that day, I kind of just do a quick scroll of like their last few posts. Are there kids? Are they, did something happen recently? You don't want to reach out to people who maybe just went through something really big and tragic. That's not showing that you care about them as a person at all. You shouldn't be inviting people unless you're reaching out to them to help them. So these are kind of my like yes and no's of how to send a message to somebody. And also inviting is not just messaging people. Like there's personal inviting, I feel like, and then there's public inviting. So personal inviting is inviting people to like your fit page, inviting people to like friend requesting people, starting conversations with people you haven't talked to in a while, inviting people to your challenge group, inviting to coaching. That is personal inviting. You are one-on-one person with them. Public, take your Shakeology with you somewhere. Like if you know you're going to eat lunch out, take it with you. So it's being seen. It's out in a public eye. Where like when you do a program, when you get a program, send in the before and after. Even if you didn't complete the program, get the t-shirt, get the free t-shirt for the program.
I just did that for the PIO.
Yes. Every program you own, you should send in a before and an after.
So you can do that for multiple programs on there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
like on order, right?
Every program you have ordered, you can do it for.
Okay. So I could do the 21-day fix, even though I just did the PIO as well.
Right. So like you could take your pictures from when you actually did that challenge group, which are really good.
Right.
Send those in.
Okay.
Even if you do a hybrid of 2 programs, you can like submit for both of them.
Okay.
So send those in so you get that free t-shirt so you can wear it out and people can see it. Then they can ask you about it. You know, Laura was always inviting people over to do workouts at like 5 a.m. in her garage. There was like 3 or 4 of them. And I was like, y'all are crazy. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and it's cold. Yeah. Like invite people to go, if you're going to go to the gym, if you're going to go for a run, like get out in public, go sit and work at Starbucks. Like if you need to get out of the house anyway, and you're going to work for like an hour or 2 on this stuff, go sit at Starbucks. And, you know, when you're meeting people about the coaching opportunity, try to meet them in public, like get out. And if you're living that lifestyle, every time you're showing up at church, every time you're showing up at a function for work or whatever, your husband's work, if you have your bag of veggies and you're eating it and you're not indulging in the other stuff, it's going to start a conversation. People might make fun of you and judge you, but it's going to start a conversation. So be open that you're a Beachbody coach. And I had a hard time with this at the beginning because I do training and group fitness, and I didn't want people to be like, oh, you're a coach. Because not all coaches know what they're talking about. So be proud of what you do. Be proud of your brand and how you run your business. Because not all Beachbody coaches run their business the right way. Not all the different things, you know, even good companies. So be public, and then those are your personal messages and those relationships you're building. Product of the product, pretty much you're drinking Shakeology daily. You're doing your workout program, and don't just like get complacent. Like if you're pushing people in a challenge group, you need to be pushing yourself alongside of them. You know, do a program that you don't know if you're going to like it. Maybe try different ones. Try Beachbody On Demand. A lot of people do a 30-day challenge where you just pick a different workout on demand 5 days a week, just a different, there's no real right rhyme or reason. You're not training for anything specific. You're just trying all the different stuff. So get on there and try different things and push yourself, because you can't get other people to change if you're not constantly trying to stick with it and get better. The meal plans, like I said, don't tell people to follow a meal plan because it's so easy if you cannot follow the meal plan. Look at the other products that Beachbody has to offer, the On-Demand, the Boost, the Performance On, the skincare. Some people love it. I know people that use it and absolutely love it. I don't like to wash my face, so I would rather just use soap and water. So look at the other stuff that there's on there. Look at like a good way to wear stuff out, like the Shakeology cup that you're drinking out of, the shaker cup. It's a Shakeology down it. You know, they have those, the ones that come with the program, the other ones, they have stuff like that. They have little bags. They have cute tank tops to work out in. So there is stuff on there, like through the apparel and stuff that you could use. So look through and make sure you know what all is on the thing available.
I've been wanting to get a zip up Shakeology hoodie.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I have it, and it's a size too big, and I love it's so comfortable.
Oh, really? I've had it in my cart like 17 times, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just wait.
So the last vital behavior is personal development. And like, I really harp on like personal development needs to be what yours is. Like if you are really bad at time management, you need to read books about time management, about prioritizing, about telling people no, about doing what's best for you. If you're really bad about reaching out to people and inviting, and that like scares you, read books about entrepreneurship, some stuff to gain confidence, things like that. So read books on what fits you, listen to podcasts on what fits you, or get sucked into like Serial and all these other podcasts about murder mysteries. And then you're like, no, I need to stop. So that's personal development. And I'm going to let Laura take over on the next slide.
All right. So personal development is kind of like a big thing for me for a couple different reasons. So first of all, how do you find the time? I have a 21-month-old little boy, and I'm just a stay-at-home mom. So I do have a little bit of extra time, but between, baby and husband and all that, it is difficult to find time during the day. So I usually have a routine of waking up and then reading first thing in the morning to knock out part of my personal development. That's usually when I read my Bible or a Bible study or something like that. Then I usually chunk out pieces, like when I'm working out. If I'm running, I'll listen to a YouTube video or a podcast or an audiobook, something like that. Driving, same thing. I live in the middle of nowhere, so to anywhere to go is at least like a 30-minute drive, so I can listen to anything right there. I'm in the car. I don't have a choice anyway, so it's easy to get some time in doing that as well. Cleaning. I clean a lot faster if I'm listening to some NSYNC, but I feel more accomplished if I'm listening to a book or sermon or same thing, audiobook, just something that I can be doing something else at the same time. I feel like I can multitask, so I'm not just sitting down like opening a book necessarily, like I'm cleaning and getting my personal development in, so it's easier to find time that way. Same thing with like getting ready. I'll bring my phone into if I'm in the shower or putting on makeup or whatever. It's easy to listen to something like that in the morning as well. It doesn't require you actually sitting down and reading a book, so it's not like you're finding extra time. You're just doing two things at once, basically. And then a lot of times when I work my power hours, when I put my son down for a nap. So a lot of times as I'm doing invites or just checking in with challenge groups, I'll have something going in the background that I'm listening to help me stay focused, for one. And for two, it just gives me little ideas and things like that. So basically during all of those times, I'm not setting aside separate time to get them in. I'm doing them at the same time that I'm doing other like everyday tasks that I'm doing anyway. So really on the morning is the only time that I'm setting aside extra time to physically read, open a book, study, something like that. So, and then the same thing at night. If I want to read a couple pages of something before I go to bed, I'm laying in bed about to go to sleep anyway. So you can click it to the next one, Nicole. Thanks. So for me, what Nicole said, like personal development is personal. So to me, I have a Bible plan that I do. It's a reading through the Bible in a year plan. So each day it has like 4 chapters out, and I just wake up, read that, and then I get up and do my workout. So that's part of my personal development is reading my Bible. It's very important to me. I want to make sure that I do that before I do any other reading or putting my time into anything else personal development wise, just because that is on my top priority. I also do a women's Bible study. So I have a Bible study book where there's a little homework to do each night for that, where you read through. So again, that's right up there with top priority. If I have time to sit down and actually read and go through something, that's first on my to-do list. Outside that, things that are personal that I use are parenting books or listening to sermons online through like a church that we used to go to or whatever. I'll listen to stream those or podcasts of sermons and things like that. Same thing with the sermons online, the podcasts. I'll do those while cleaning, getting ready, doing something. I don't necessarily just sit down and listen to them. I do that while I'm doing something else. So for me, those are the non-negotiables. Like I do them first before I do any other kind of reading personal development like business or any other kind of marketing reading or anything like that. You can, next one, Nicole. So a couple of my favorite podcasts that I listen to is the Build Your Tribe by Chalene Johnson. The PIO chick, she has two. She has Build Your Tribe, and then she also has one that's like the Soul Chalene Show or Chalene Johnson. Both are good, but Build Your Tribe is more business related. So I am not very marketing savvy. So I like to listen to those for tips on like YouTube, any kind of social media. She always is giving away little, tips on how to grow them, how to get views, how to post things, like what not to do, what to do. So I just find listening to that helpful. And hers are really quick. She always ends everyone like priding herself with to be quick and brief and to the point. And so they're really not long. Her podcast, it's probably like 20 minutes. And then she do what?
How do you find those? Like
So,
on YouTube or
I just usually go to on my iPhone or my iPad to the podcast app. I was going to say.
The purple one.
okay.
Can you see it?
And then once you're there, I just type in, like you could search. So for that one, you could literally just search Build Your Tribe and you could find it.
Okay.
I've also typed in like marketing or social media or like just topics like that to get a broader, and just would listen to random ones sometimes.
Okay.
That helps. But
Entre Leadership is a podcast that you told me about.
yeah, that
And
is
This Is Your Life one too.
Yes, those are both also good. And I forgot to write those down. Entre Leadership and Build Your Life. What was it?
This Is Your Life.
This Is Your Life. I was going to say I'm reading Build Your Tribe at the same time. Well, that's not right.
Yeah.
The Shakeology one they came out with, I like that one because there's only been like 3 podcasts so far.
5 total, but I can't find the first one. Like the first one's not on here anymore.
Okay.
Oh, it's unplayed. There's 5 total.
Okay, 5 total.
And they're like 5 to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And that one's nice because it has like the creator of Shakeology is the one that's speaking.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of information on that to just learn the product. So I'll listen to them like a couple times. Those are good ones to listen to if I'm driving or if I'm during my power hour, because then I can just write down the little blurbs of what they say if it's something I didn't know, and it helps keep me on top of what is this product that I'm drinking, but also like advertising and trying to get other people on. Audiobooks are my personal favorite. I feel like I am not a fast reader and I get bored quickly. So if I sit down and read a book, I'm easily distracted and don't feel like I get quite as much out of it as if I listen to the book. So audiobooks usually work better for me. Some of my favorites: The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, Entre Leadership by Dave Ramsey, Go for No, Richard Fenton, and GoPro. I've listened to all of those at least twice.
Go for No is so good.
That one is good. Especially when all you get is no's, then it's
Go for No and Eat That Frog.
Yeah, that one's on my list
Really
to go next.
And Start With Why is one that Skylar's kind of reading, and keep trying to go get it, but
yeah,
I'm reading it too.
I like The Compound Effect too because it applies to so many different aspects of life, like in general. Like you just see like
Financial.
small little, financial, marriage, weight loss.
And
like,
I listen to Darren Daily. It's a 2 to 3 minute video every morning, and it comes in my text message. And on the way to taking the boys to school, I just play it or coming back or something right after drop them off. And he does everything, like entrepreneurship, life, losing weight, having a better marriage, having happier kids. I mean, it's just.
Is that it? I subscribe to it, so I don't remember it. So they just emailed to me. Is it darrendaily.com or is that? Yeah, I just went there and subscribed. So same thing. It sent it
so good
every morning. Yeah,
and
I like.
He doesn't sugarcoat anything.
Yeah. So yes, so the audiobooks, any kind of like business related marketing, things like that, I'm a big fan of. audiobooks. I'll listen to them running, working out, cleaning, getting ready, anything. And then I find like I get through books a lot quicker than if I actually just were to try and find time to sit down and read. Some marketing books that I've liked is The Platform, Get Noticed in a Noisy World, and that's by Michael Hyatt. He's another guy that I, after reading that, really like. I'm subscribed to his website and emails too. He's always sending out emails and I'll have videos and things like that about marketing, social media, you name it, building a business that are helpful. And then YouTube videos. I will just plug in a top coach that I'm familiar with the name. Multiple teams and people that you see on Facebook or whatever, top coaches, Melanie Mitro, Caleb Thomas. I'll just search their name.
Caleb Thomas.
Myron, just ones like that. I'll just type them in, and basically any video that they have is you can learn something from, coaching tips and things like that.
Yep.
That's what I did when I first signed up to be coaching. Actually, that's how I learned a lot of different things, because I did sign up in a random spot at first. So I just kind of Googled, YouTubed, what do coaches do, basically, and just watched YouTube video after YouTube video.
Well, what I really like about watching the YouTube videos and even listening to them, sometimes I'll listen to them and then be like, oh, that was a good one, I'm gonna listen to it again, take notes or whatever. But if I sit down and start reading, I think of everything else I need to get up and
exactly.
So like you said, if you can be doing the laundry and stuff while you're listening, then you don't feel like you're wasting time and you're just sitting on the couch reading, which I don't think it's wasting time, but you still,
yeah.
Then
I've find yourself thinking of all the stuff you should be doing.
I've realized how much time I'm in the car when I'm going to, and where I'm listening to I'm like, God, what's on the radio nowadays? This is terrible. And then even when I listen to The Message on XM that I like, it's contemporary Christian. There's not a whole lot of contemporary Christian getting released back to back. So you listen to a lot of the same songs, which are good, but it's I need something else. And so why not? If you're in the car and you're driving, why not be listening to something that's going to better yourself? Why not be using that time?
I also feel like the more that you put focus time into listening to these things, while you're doing other stuff, for me, the more it keeps my coaching drive up, because I want to implement what I just learned, or
you want to sit back down and do it.
It keeps me focused on the business, whereas I've gotten told 50 times and I just want to quit. Whereas if I keep these kind of things in the background, I know over time, be patient, keep doing, it helps me maintain and keep going, I guess. So it's another reason why I'm
go into the last slide.
Yeah. There you go.
It's to me, those little things, doing your workout and you're drinking your Shakeology, I feel are no-brainers, because you wouldn't be doing this if you didn't do those anyway. Then inviting, that's you are sharing it because you're doing them, so you are inviting. And then the personal development, doing it when it makes sense, but those things are so little. Listening to a 10-minute podcast every day is so little bit of time.
Right.
After 3 invites, or just being public about what you're doing, taking your food with you, taking your Shakeology with you, wearing the shirt that says 21 Day Fix on it. Those are not hard things to do, but they're also not hard things to not do. It's really easy to go, oh, I didn't do my invites today. That's fine. It's just 3 people. It's just 3. I can make that up. But then what if you don't? What if you don't? What if you don't? What if you don't? If you do 3 a day for 30 days, that's it's 90 people. If you keep skipping them, by the end of the month, you might be like, oh my goodness, I have nobody for my challenge group because I only invited 10 people. So, if you're at a 10% ratio, 1 person out of 10 says yes, but 9 people out of 90 say yes. So, and it's not always a challenge pack sale, but it might be somebody that you're helping. It might be a fitness program sale. It might be somebody who brings somebody in later. You never know. So they're so minute details that they're so easy to do, but they're so easy to forget. So I wanted to just kind of be just to remind that, there needs to be inviting, there needs to be you're following these products, and then there needs to be personal development. You need to be getting better at whatever you need to get better at. Because if you're not happy in your time management skills and you let everything get away from you, it's not just this business that doesn't work out. It's you have laundry piled up, you have dishes piled up, you haven't gone on a date night because you don't have time. You don't have time for anything. So it's not just about this business. It's about everything you're doing. Make a schedule that works for you. Like, are you going to do 3 invites a day, or are you going to do 5 invites a day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Like, you don't have to follow the same schedule as everybody else out there, but there's no reinventing the wheel. This is how this works. This is how this business works. So make a schedule that works for you. When are you going to work out? When are you going to listen to a podcast? When are you going to read a book? Are you going to read a few pages before you go to bed each night, just so that's on your mind when you wake up in the morning? Or are you going to listen to podcasts as you're getting stuff ready in the morning before your kids wake up? Like, when are you going to do the stuff that's important to do? Stick to it. It's consistency. It's not necessarily the funnest parts of the business, but the consistency pays off. Most of my customers, like now, are customers I invited 6 months ago. That's how it ends up rolling around. And I just kind of was thinking about this. Like, I feel like I hear this a lot from pastors. God gives you little things to do first, and if you can do the little things, then he trusts you with the big things. Like we always ask, like, God, give me like my purpose in life. I want to like be somebody. I want to do something. But yet if you can't listen to him when he's saying, hey, you need to go say I'm sorry first. In this fight that y'all just had, you need to say I'm sorry first. Or you need to pick up that piece of trash. Or you need to let your child do. Like, if you can't listen to the little things, you're never going to get trusted with the big things. And I feel like that's like when I look at this business, like if you aren't willing to do these little things each day that take you 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how much you're inviting and talking to people and stuff, you may never get to experience being a diamond, a 2-star diamond, a 5-star diamond, of going on Success Club trips. You may never experience those big things because you weren't willing to do the little things during the day. So that's kind of my hoorah ending. Do the little things. I was at cheerleading competition this last weekend, and that's the big thing. Like, do the little things in the routine. It's the little things that separate the good people from the 2nd, 3rd, 4th place. You've got to do the little things. If you're willing to do the little things, the big outcomes and successes will come.